Hello, welcome to the lecture. Please click like, subscribe and share this video if you like it. Let's start. Hello everyone, once again welcome back to our discussion on the profound and systemic changes brought about by technology and digitization. Before we proceed, let's review what exactly we study in this course. The first industrial revolution was when people started using machines powered by steam and water instead of doing everything by hand. This change happened slowly from 1760 to 1840 and changed how things were made, especially cloth. It also affected other industries like making iron, farming and mining, and even made the middle class bigger. The Second Industrial Revolution, which happened between 1871 and 1914, was all about new technology. Trains and telegraphs made it easier to travel and share ideas, and electricity changed how factories worked. This led to more things being made, but it also meant some people lost jobs to machines. The third industrial revolution was about computers and digital technology. It happened in the late 1900s and after the world wars. It started with the invention of the Z1 computer, which was the first to use certain ways of doing math and working and making decisions. This led to even more advanced computers and digital technology. The fourth industrial revolution is happening now. It's about using even more advanced technology like artificial intelligence, robots, and the internet to make things and do work. This technology can do things faster and more accurately than people, but it can't replace human knowledge and skills. The fourth industrial revolution is also changing how we get energy with more use of solar, wind, and other renewable sources. This new era is just beginning and it will change the world in many ways. Okay, today we'll explore how these innovations are transforming our world and why this time it is truly different. We'll break down complex ideas to ensure everyone understands how these things impact us. Systemic change. Okay, first of all, the word systemic changes and digitization. Let's review if you don't know these words. Systemic means system. Systemic change refers to the full overhaul of a system to create a lasting difference. While approaches may vary, this form of change typically involves modifying policies, processes, relationships, mindsets, and power structure within a system to understand and fix underlying issues. For example, systemic change in shopping, right? Instead of going to the shop, we order things online. So it totally changed the things. Digitization. Again, digital, 0110. This is how computers talk. Digitization is the process of converting information into digital format. The result is the representation of an object, image, sound, document, or signal obtained by generating a series of numbers that describe a discrete set of points or samples. Like when you're watching this lecture, it's all encoded in ones and zeros. And then when you see it on the screen, it becomes an image. So, look at this picture. This is year 2000 as seen from 1899. A commercial artist named Jean-Marc Cotter and other artists were hired to create a series of pictures. They wanted to predict how the world would look in the year 2000. On this picture, we can see children listening to maybe an audiobook, and then professor is feeding books to some machine, right? Looked funny, but this is the world of today. We can scan a book optically recognize the text and then convert it to text to speech. This is the reality where we live. This is all due to digitization. We digitize analog sources and turn it into digital, and then we can work with it. If I have text to speech, it can be human voice of a woman, a man, etc. For example, voice cloning. It's a possibility because of AI. Listen to these artificially created voices.
Hi there. Welcome to ICDI podcast series, Digital Innovation for Dummies. I'm your co-host, Pam.
And I am Sarah. Our sound engineer is Dr. Phil. Hi, Doctor.
Today we will explore technology cutting-edge topic of deep fakes, particularly voice clones. A topic that...
So what you just heard was not human. I recorded samples and then created my stuff. So I could take these voices and ask them to read my books. Again, we can work with images, right? We digitize faces, then put it in AI, and AI can create all kinds of things. Again, another example here, right? This guy is talking to some machine. Maybe he's recording his lecture, like what I'm doing right now with the microphone. This is the reality where we live. But 100 years ago, it all seemed like magic, almost impossible. So I ask you, think of things that might sound impossible today. Maybe they will become true in the next 50 or 100 years. So, revolutionary changes and the speed of innovation. Let's start with the idea that technology and digitization are revolutionizing everything around us, changing profoundly. You may have heard about companies like Airbnb, Uber, Alibaba. Just a few years ago, these names were relatively unknown. Grab. But now they're everywhere. Think about the iPhone, launched in 2007. By 2015, there were 2 billion smartphones in use globally. Think, when iPhone first came, people were skeptical, and now so many of us are using iPhones. There are different models and it keeps improving. So it's a revolution. Again, the speed of innovation. One reason these changes feel so significant is the speed at which they occur. Innovations are developing and spreading faster than ever before. For instance, in 2010, Google announced its first self-driving car. Now such vehicles are becoming a reality on our roads. Before COVID, it was not very common to have classes online. And during COVID, it became very popular, and now we have many classes being offered online, just like this one. I'm recording a lecture. And again, 100 years ago, it all seemed like fiction, like a funny story, impossible. Look at this picture. It looks like a video conference, right? Again, the picture might look funny, but this is what we have today, this technology. Again, let's say I want to teach you this concept of diminishing returns. It means that over time, what you get is less. For example, if you are very thirsty, you will drink 1 cup of water and it feels very nice, 2, 3. And by the time you're drinking your 5th cup, you will feel unsatisfied. You will feel like, I don't want it anymore. Same with companies. At first, they're earning a lot of money, but then as they grow, they will maybe earn less. And this is the traditional model, but with the digital technology, they keep growing and growing and earning like Apple. because they're not selling the same iPhone. iPhone 1 is the same iPhone as 15, the same name, but inside it's quite different, right? Now let's discuss the scale and impact of digitization. Unlike traditional businesses, digital companies don't experience the same diminishing returns, like in the example with Apple. In economics, diminishing returns are the decrease in marginal output of a production process as the amount of single factor of production is incrementally increased, holding all other factors of production equal. This means that companies can grow larger without losing efficiency, like Google, Apple. For example, in 1990, there were three largest companies in Detroit known for traditional industries. They had a combined market value of 36 billion and employed 1.2 million people. In contrast, in 2014, three biggest companies in Silicon Valley had a market value of more than $1 trillion, but employed only 137,000 people. You see, new industry, technology, they don't need to employ a lot of people, so they can have higher profit because they reduce costs. This change is due to the nature of business, of digital business. They have very low marginal cost, meaning the cost of production of one additional unit in their product is almost zero. For instance, storing information today is incredibly cheap compared to 20 years ago. Look, in 2004, one thumb drive, USB drive, could hold 64 megabytes. This is maybe a few pictures. And today, similar size can hold 64 terabytes. How many movies can you stick into 64 terabytes? Another unique aspect of the fourth industrial revolution is the integration of various technologies. Today, digital technologies interact with the biological world. For example, designers and architects are combining computational design, additive manufacturing like 3D printing, materials engineering, and synthetic biology. This allows them to create objects that can adapt and change, much like living organisms. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is another major player in this revolution. AI is all around us, from self-driving cars and drones to virtual assistants like Siri. These technologies are transforming our lives by learning from the data we generate every day. This capability is known as machine learning, allowing computers to improve and solve problems on their own. Again, look at this picture from 100 years ago. A man is sitting and working with a machine, and this machine is building a house, right? Today we have 3D printing. Same concept. You program the machine and the machine will build. Not using bricks, but it's building. Again, look how smart AI is becoming. Average human, for example, IQ 50 and GPT is 99. SAT score, average human 1050 and GPT 1410. Look, AI is getting smarter and smarter. It means it can solve more and more problems and can do more and more jobs. The fourth industrial revolution brings both great benefits and significant challenges. As consumers, we benefit greatly from new products and services that make our lives easier. For example, we can order a buy or taxi, buy products, or listen to music with just a few clicks on our smartphones, right? So, for example, on-demand commerce, right? If you are hungry in Thailand, you order Grab, Food Panda, Lion Man. This is very new. 10 years ago, it didn't exist. However, these changes also pose challenges, especially in the job market. Many developed countries have seen a decline in the share of labor as a percentage of GDP. This means that while technology advances, it often replaces human workers, benefiting those who own the technology rather than the workers themselves. So if I'm Google, this is great for me. Apple, this is great. But if I work for Google, maybe I could lose my job because AI could do things that I do. In Korea, there are shops where there are no assistants. Everything is, self. You take the product, you scan yourself, you pay. There's no people inside. No one is working there. So people lost their jobs to technology. One major concern is rising inequality. The fourth industrial revolution tends to concentrate wealth among a small group of innovators, investors, and shareholders. This is partly due to the platform effect, where digital platforms like Amazon or Google dominate their markets by connecting buyers and sellers efficiently, right? Digital inequality. So we have technology, but it benefits one group and destroys lives of others because they are not connected. Think, what if tomorrow all the shops will close down and you will only be able to shop online? You watching this video, you will say, oh, it's normally I will continue ordering food online, shopping online. But what about people who don't have the internet? You would say, who are these? Well, old people, poor people, maybe they don't have connection. Maybe they don't have devices. Maybe they don't know how to use it. Think about them. And there are many of them. So what is this platform effect? Platform, is this place where we wait for a train. But in computer world, platform is the place where you go to do things. Grab for food, for example, and booking.com for a hotel. Whenever you call a car service using an app, reserve a house for vacation online, or buy groceries from your computer and have them brought to you, you are part of a big change happening worldwide. We call this change the platform effect. It's a new way of doing business that has become very important in the last few years. The platform effect is like a set of new rules for how businesses work and grow. It's something called the platform economy, but the name doesn't matter as much as the huge changes it's making and how things are sold and bought. Simply put, the platform effect happens when companies invent clever ways for people who want to buy things, to meet people who have things to sell, right? So buyers and sellers meet the platform. It's all about matching what people need with what's available. Technology and media companies are leading this change, but it's affecting all kinds of industries. Think of the many choices you have now. You can easily find a place to stay for a short trip or share a ride with someone going to work. Just a few years ago, these options didn't exist. It's not just about going to a store or staying in a hotel anymore. The platform effect has opened up many new ways to bring things you need or want right to you, no matter where you are in the world. The platform effect is also changing how people find work. It's the foundation for the gig economy, where people do many small jobs instead of other permanent jobs. Connecting people and being open to new ideas are the most important parts of the platform effect. Technology is what makes it all work. Just think how you applied to study at ICDI, right? You applied online. How did we interview you? Most probably online. How did you submit your documents? Online, right? So again, you were using some platform, our website, Zoom, etc. The consequence of the platform effect is a concentration of a few but powerful platforms which dominate their markets. The benefits are obvious, particularly to consumers: higher value, more convenience, and lower costs. Yet, so too are the societal risks. To prevent the concentration of value and power in just few hands, we have to find ways to balance the benefits and risks of digital platforms, including industry platforms, by ensuring openness and opportunities for collaborative innovation. These are the few platforms in China, for example, to do things, right? Again, you see that in each division, for example, search, there's a few companies. Online payments, again, a few companies, not 10, about 5 in each category. And what if they all get together and decide to increase the subscription fee? What will you do? To address this, we need to ensure that these platforms remain open and collaborative, providing opportunities for everyone to benefit from innovation. These are the fundamental changes affecting our economic, social, and political systems, which are difficult to undo. We cannot change, we cannot stop using computers, we cannot turn off AI. It will continue. Right? Even if the process of globalization itself were to somehow be reversed. Okay, we've seen this during COVID. Countries stopped, we stopped traveling, we stopped buying things, but it didn't go backwards. We are not writing letters and we are not riding horses, right? The question for all industries and companies, without exception, is no longer, am I going to be disrupted? But when is disruption coming? What form will it take and how will it affect me and my organization, right? Digital disruption. So what is digital disruption? Digital disruption is an effect that changes the fundamental expectations and behaviors of culture, market, industry, or process that is caused by or expressed through digital capabilities, channels, and assets. Again, imagine you are a small shop and you were always selling, some computer, like let's say mice, computer mice, mouse, right? You were selling them. You were buying it in China and selling here in Thailand for many, many years. And suddenly here comes Lazada. Your life is disrupted. Your life, you no longer can sell it to anyone because everyone is buying it online. Digital disruption, how we search things, how we meet people, etc., etc. The reality of disruption and the inevitability of the impact it will have on us does not mean that we are powerless in face of it. It is our responsibility to ensure that we establish a set of common values to drive policy choices and to enact the changes that will make the fourth industrial revolution an opportunity for all. So maybe the government needs to write some regulations. How will it all work? Factories cannot fire everyone, right? How it will be happening, because if companies will install robots, it means they can fire everyone, right? In conclusion, the fourth industrial revolution is transforming our economic, social, and political systems. The key question is not whether we will be disrupted, but when and how. We are not powerless in the face of these changes. By establishing common values and policies, we can ensure that the benefits of this revolution are shared by all. Okay, thank you for joining this discussion. Let's embrace these changes and work together to create better future for everyone. Next time we are going to talk about some amazing technologies that are shaping our world. These technologies are part of what we call the fourth industrial revolution. This revolution is all about how digital power and information technology are transforming everything around us. We will dive deep into the exciting world of new technologies. Thank you.